Hello there, Golfer here, and welcome back to some more Divinity Dragon Commander, where we last left off. Stuff. About it. We're more or less ready to attack. And I say let's do it. Seems to be the only battle. And will be auto-resolved. Transports took him out, really? They were just stuck at sea there, so we thought, why not? Trumps overkill, Emperor says. Even undead perplexed. What? Wait, didn't I just get those from... Okay, don't. Before I forget. Go back to... here. Buy cards. Ah, another Emporium. Definitely. That also sounds good. As does this. And we shall use this card here. And I can buy more cards. Gold mine for free. Definitely. Well, it's not technically free, but it's much cheaper than otherwise. Oh, that sounds great, actually. Alright, so I can build a free gold mine somewhere. What has a lot of gold and no buildings? You're actually producing 16, huh? You're producing 5. It's a war factory that I'm probably never going to use, so sell. Play card. Build gold mine. Okay, back to the bridge.
Will these imps stop at nothing? They'll upset the sanctity of nature as callously as a barbarian would a lady's virtue. But we elves will not stand idly by as their engineered growths deface Earth's surface, even if it means some hungry stomachs must go wanting. They are breeding poison that will make children wither in the womb, and they must be stopped, in the name of our Green Mother.
Actually, that sounds kind of serious.
We won a victory for the age.
What a
Triumph big.
Now, I grant you, Commander, normally it's us imps that are described as mad, bonkers, and everything in between, but today, the elves are stealing our limelight. Here we are, ready to feed 10,000 starving refugees with techno-veg, and they're huffing and puffing about our so-called perilous technologies. Toppling towers, this is just sheer lunacy.
So they're feeding people, but this will cause miscarriages? That's what it's sounding like.
My love, I could really use your advice today. It's this refugee business. The imps and the elves are having a bit of a disagreement. And that's a euphemism if ever there was one. There's a camp in one of the provinces that houses thousands of people that have fled the horrors of war, but death keeps stalking them in the guise of famine. The imps want to plant techno-veg, vegetables that are engineered to grow in a day. Sounds wonderful, doesn't it?
Also terrible for the environment if they just sap the nutrients out like that, but that's probably not going to be a factor.
The problem is that the elves regard this engineering business as a breach of nature's edicts, and some claim these techno-veg were never properly tested by academics. They say mothers will bear misshapen children.
But if it would wait. It has never been properly tested and will bear misshapen. That seems like a contradiction by nature.
To make a long story short, I have been asked by my people to join the protests against the impish techno-veg. Lead them, even. But I'm torn. Whichever decision I make, lives could be lost.
So it's like, save them today may cause issues in the future, but they don't know. So the question is, we have a situation here where if we do nothing, people will die. If we do something, people might, well, actually, will have misshapen children. Honestly, I think property are dying right now.
That is what my heart tells me too. No, I shan't join the protests. And if Technoveg turns out to be a menace, we'll deal with it later. Right now, we have mouths to feed.
And I'd say, like, do testing immediately. Maybe let people know of the dangers, but if you die, you're dead. Okay. Oh, research. Research. I wonder what I do with the research after I've gotten everything. Bunker Buster sounds really cool. I would like all passive abilities. As soon as possible, because I don't really use the other abilities that much. Okay, Alright, I say if the capital is here and this isn't connected by land, which it doesn't appear to be, I'd say build some units. And have the rest make a move. Okay. What do we even have here? 14 hunters. Oh my god. Let's make a push down here. That should be good. Okay. Lots of fighting. Okay, three battles. 99%, just auto-resolve it. Natural Born General, I guess that is... Probably use the Imperial. Oh no, 150 enemies with auto-resolves. Flurry of Victories, Factor Fiction. Finds latest invention. Not really useful, but we've had a couple good laughs though. Inspire. Hunter Mercenaries, great. Increase Monkeys. Figure Rage. Sabotage. Gold revenue, 200%. And destroy gold mine. Let's see, before I forget. Destroy a gold mine. I don't think there are any gold mines around. Okay, Emporium. Decrease by 50%, sure. Tavern for free-ish. Yeah, that's really nice. Okay.
Accursed be that hothead of a Henry, Commander. I'd rather swallow needles than endeavor a constructive discussion with him ever again. You know what he's like on the field. Always must he fly solo. Always must he go charging in like a bull in heat. Ridiculous. If he's thinking at all about what he's doing, it's with his brain that dangles, not deducts. The man's a menace. A danger to himself and others.
Yeah, no one else over there.
You
Huh?
taught our enemy them.
How delightfully entertaining to see Catherine and Henry exploding in rage over a strategic disagreement. Like children they are, vainly trying to prove to one another they have the better toy. Of course, none of the two realizes they could argue till the dwarves grow tired of gold and never reach the tiniest epiphany. To wage war requires a distinct brand of genius. Where they are found wanting, I am found abounding.
By all the gods, real or imaginary, devils take my manhood if that Catherine creature isn't a bigger bitch than a mountain-sized mastiff. So what if I wage war by my own rules and care little for her so-called team tactics? That's no reason to question my ability. She's lucky she has tits to prove she's not a man, or I'd have beaten her more savagely than a dwarf is anvil.
Well, dude, she wants equality.
Besides, what's the use of standing shoulder to shoulder when you know the fella next to you will run once the swords start ringing and the blood begins to flow? Aye, that's what happened the day I lost my arm. I stood my ground, alone. And the rest of the Emperor's generals, they outran their wives and their litter trying to escape. So much for loyalty. So much for duty.
I agree with this statement.
I find it a lot easier to tell the benefit of the doubt it can go shag itself. But if you insist, I'll give the others a chance. Though I'm sure they'll prove to be a bigger disappointment than looking for a brothel in an elf town.
Well, see, my response to that is, if that happens, then guess what? It's exactly what's happening now. And it's already the worst case scenario. So by not doing it, you're all inviting the worst case scenario while denying the best. So, yeah.
Accursed be that hot.
Okay. See, can you... You can. As can you. Oh, you can! Hot dang. Well, that means we need to move everyone over here before they decide to get greedy. Wait a minute. That's not what I wanted to do. Actually, if there's nothing in here. The issue is he's got so many people. The hope is that she's, or whoever it is gonna end up taking those units out. And attacking one of these, and I can hopefully do a lot of damage. I think I can just finish this area off over here, which is interesting. 13 Devastators and 14 Troopers and 7 Armors. Oh my gosh! Okay. I should be able to hold out in the long run, especially because now I got the 2 Emporiums. Oh, you don't stand a chance there. Emperor pregnant? What? Oh, tavern for free. Right, these are all the cards I just bought and such. Okay, time to look-see. Where is a place that has nothing on it? Buy cards. Oh, heck yes. Citadels are half cost. Wait, nope, that was pretty good. That is very good as well. Okay. Let's see. What's your gold output? 5. That's pretty substantial, which is good for a war factory. Have these guys squeezed in. It's actually good for the money spending. I need to actually do some research spending.
Oh, my head. Feels like there's an imp wedding celebration going on in there and they've just lighted the fireworks. I drank shots and played poker with Henry, Edmund, and Scarlet. Not a dime left in my pockets. But it was rather jolly, in a vulgar sort of way. Men will have their simple pleasures, you know. Games of chance, drinking games, etc. All made for a welcome change from Henry's moody ways, though. He was rather cordial, if you can believe it. Thought I'd see Maxos shave his beard first.
Okay. Nice to know you guys are getting along so swimmingly. To the bar.
Next time Henry wants to play cards, I'll tell him I'd rather tongue kiss a rattler. Such an unrefined game, really. The pastime of booze hounds and imbeciles. Quite unfit for a man of my refinement. To change the subject entirely, could I receive my wages a bit earlier this month? I've had some unexpected expenses.
Oh, he beat him at cards. Ah, Mr. Genius. Of course, there is luck, and that'll be his excuse.
To be in the thick.
Commander, so I took your counsel to heart and decided I should give my fellow generals a chance to prove they are worthy of my esteemed friendship and perhaps even trust. What better test I can put them to, I ask myself, than the holy game of poker? See who's shrewd, behold who bluffs, descry who dares and when. So that's what I did. Rounded them up and played from dusk till dawn. You were right. They're not a bad bunch once you get to know them. Obviously, I left their purses emptier than Yorick's skull, which does do wonders for my temper. Can't rightly say if that endeared me to them, but I'm sure as hell would like to see more of them once this month's wages come in.
Oh, brother. Okay, more voting.
Commander, you are well aware it is the Imp's great destiny to create the biggest and baddest explosion ever. One that can reshape our world. And I'll have you know we are getting closer to its realization. Our scientists have discovered the location of what they suspect is a metallic element of such formidable combustibility. At first they thought they were having one of those very special dreams. We want to mine it, of course. But the thing is, it can only be found beneath a couple of dilapidated elven graves. Oberon's making a fuss, but you'll allow us to dig, won't you?
Well, that's odd that it can only be found there.
To upset the remains of the dead where they lay.
Yeah, all these guys are gonna
A
be...
couple of dilapidated graves. We are talking about the field.
I could create acre upon acre of perfect golden barley, where right now...
At least not yet.
Rather than argue for or against the deconsecrating...
How are the imps? Actually, fairly high. So this is kind of like... You kind of make him angry, but make everyone else. This is a weird mechanic.
Great destiny. Big
Chris, we had
explosion,
in
so close.
we're Scott and Pache.
Why do you have to be such a spoilsport, Commander? Who cares about evergreen fields when you can have ever greater fireworks?
I mean, you didn't even offer to make it for the war effort either. You just said, big boom. But anyway, it's time for me to cut the video off. Thank you all very much for watching, and God bless.